Panzhihua, the only city in all of China named after a flower. But before the 1960s, this city didn't exist at all. It was nothing but empty wilderness, home to just 7 families and one single tree. Today, its urban built-up area covers over 93 square kilometers, with a permanent population of 1.22 million. Put simply, this city was built entirely from scratch. It was intentionally created by the state as a deliberate national project. We will dive into exactly why it was built a little later. So, why was it built? Let's dig into the story through the city flagship museum, the Panzhihua China Third Front Construction Museum. Let's rewind back to the 1960s, the height of the Cold War. China was in an incredibly tense position. To the east, the US was escalating the war in Vietnam and enforcing a military blockade along the Pacific Island chain. To the north, relations with the Soviet Union had completely broken down, with millions of troops massed on the border. Imagine if the US faced direct military threats on both the Atlantic and the Pacific coasts, with core industrial hubs like New York and Los Angeles at risk of being hit at any moment. What would you do to protect your country's industrial lifeline? China's answer was bold. Move its entire core industrial, defense, research, and transportation systems deep into the remote mountains of the West. The country was split into 3 zones based on strategic distance from the border. The first line was the coastal front. The second line was the central buffer zone. And the third line was the island hinterland, far from borders and shielded by natural mountain ranges. That's how the Third Front construction project got its name. This massive nationwide effort ran from 1964 to 1980 and mobilized over 4 million people. Engineers, skilled workers, soldiers, and educated youth left major coastal cities like Shanghai and Beijing, bringing their whole families with them to settle in the rugged mountains of southwest and northwest China. They built more than 1,100 large and medium-sized factories and research institutes, covering now a full strategic industrial system from Run Wilderness. Back then, this was a top-secret project. It wasn't called Panzhihua publicly. It went by the code name, Dukou City. Just like Los Alamos during the Manhattan Project. You couldn't find its exact location on ordinary maps. South of Panzhihua lies the mighty Jinsha River Grand Canyon. Its story could not be more different from the man-made city. This canyon was carved entirely by nature, but it's not like most remote, untouched canyons. It was never a cut-off, wild no man's land. For millions of years, the river has roared through these gorges, and for thousands of years, humans have blazed trails, leaving layer upon layer of history etched into the cliffs. As early as 2,000 years ago, ancient roads were chiseled into the canyon walls. Part of the southern branch of the famous ancient Tea-horse Road. Pack horse caravans carried tea, silk, salt, and herbal medicine, winding through the canyon safaris and plant roads to travel between Sichuan, Yunnan, Tibet, and even as far as Southeast Asia. Over our 2-day trip here, we tried local barbecue once and a spread of local stir-fried dishes once. How do I put this? From the looks of them, they're definitely classic Sichuan-style cooking. But when you actually take a bite, the flavor just isn't that rich or bold. It feels like there's just a little something missing. That said, all in all, the food was still pretty decent. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I will see you guys in the next video.